Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Puerto chase killed in Kingston. A 30-year-old hospital porter was chased and killed on Liverpool Street, Kingston 4 yesterday. Dead is Franz Booth, otherwise called Cheese, of Franklin Town, Kingston. Reports are that Booth was riding a motorcycle when he was pounced upon by two men on another motorcycle who opened gunfire at him. In an effort to escape, he turned onto Liverpool Street and entered a building, but the men followed and continued firing at him. He died on the spot. The police are investigating. St. James wanted man captured in St. Thomas. A man wanted for murder in St. James, who was on Wednesday, May 12, featured in the Jamaica Constabulary Force Wanted Wednesdays campaign, was captured in St. Thomas earlier today. He is 31-year-old Sanjay Hodari Nelson, otherwise called Odari. Nelson was wanted for the murder of 23-year-old Lincoln Atkinson in Blackwood District, Pimento Hill in St. James on September 13, 2016. Reports are that Atkinson was at home about 5:45 p.m. when he was pounced upon by an armed assailant who opened gunfire, hitting him multiple times. Investigations led to Nelson being identified as a wanted person in relation to Atkinson's murder. Intelligence led the St. Thomas police to an area of lethal in the parish. However, Nelson was not found. He was handed over to the police by a minister of religion today. Two Manchester robbers nabbed inside house. Two would-be thieves who were busted in Huddersfield, Manchester on Friday, May 14, are set to appear in the Mandeville Parish Court on Wednesday, May 26, to answer to the charge of housebreaking. They have been identified as 29-year-old Philip Albert of Hopetoun Road, Manchester, and 24-year-old Michael Mays of Melrose District, Manchester. Reports are that about 9 a.m., a homeowner was alerted that her house was being broken into. She contacted the police, who responded and surprised the thieves. Both men were caught inside the house. They were charged after an interview in the presence of their attorneys. Chicken vendor chopped up by relatives. Two family members of a jerk chicken vendor have been accused of wounding him using a machete in Richmond Hill, Brickasset yesterday afternoon. Reports are that about 3 p.m., the 60-year-old vendor had an argument with two of his male relatives, after which they started fighting. Both men reportedly attacked the vendor and used a machete to chop him on the right side of his head and the back of his right hand, which caused wounds that bleed profusely. He was taken to hospital where he was admitted. The relatives will be slapped with wounding with intent charges. Catfish Freed of murder. 31-year-old Central Kingston laborer Dwight Leslie, popularly known as Catfish, was today freed of murder charges in the Supreme Court after his attorney Peter Champney, QC, successfully argued that the case against his client could not stand up to scrutiny. Leslie, who since Monday have been on trial for the murder of 21-year-old Anthony Barnes on June 1, 2007, had elected to have the case tried by a judge alone without a jury. Prosecutors led evidence that Leslie, along with others, at 10:30 on the night of June 1, 2007, shot Barnes, killing him. According to the prosecutors, the killing was witnessed by Barnes' father, who subsequently died, but whose written statement was relied upon trial against Leslie. Peter Champney, however, at the end of the case for the prosecution, was successful in submitting to the trial judge, Justice L. Pusey, that the quality of the identification evidence was poor. It emerged during the trial in cross-examination of the scene of crime witnessed that the area was dark and therefore the witness's ability to see who killed his son was poor. Photographs taken of the scene supported this. Leslie had been in custody for over 9 years awaiting trial. St. Anne man charged with murder. The St. Anne police have arrested and charged a 28-year-old Devar Hickey, otherwise called Arre or Itty, of Warren River, Stairtown in the parish in connection with the shooting death of a man in his community on Thursday, May 6. Dead is 40-year-old Oswald Smith, a boat captain of the same community. Reports are that about 7 p.m., Hickey, who was armed with a firearm, allegedly attacked Smith and shot him while he sat on a wall at his gate. The matter was reported to the police. Hickey was apprehended and subsequently charged after an interview. He was charged with murder and breaches of the Law Reform, Fraudulent Transactions, Special Provisions Act. Farmer dies after being struck by a car in St. Thomas. A 56-year-old farmer was killed yesterday after being hit by a motor car on Albion Main Road in St. Thomas. He has been identified as Wayne Irwin, Landui district in the parish. According to the police, Wayne was in the process of crossing the main road about 12:15 p.m. when a motor car hit him. He was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead, the police stated. Wife in custody over husband's shooting. A wife was taken into custody Sunday morning after a dispute with her husband led to him being shot with his licensed firearm. The husband was shot in the hand. Reports are that about 7:30 a.m., the couple, who was having marital issues, was doing chores at home when the wife entered the washroom where her husband was doing laundry and held the gun to her head. The husband held onto her hand and the two tussled, during which a round was discharged from the firearm. The husband received an injury to his right hand. The wife was placed in custody pending further investigations. 15-year-old gas station robbery suspect arrested. A 15-year-old boy was arrested at a gas station store in Red Hill Square, St. Andrew yesterday after a police team responded to an emergency call of a robbery in progress. The Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF reported that when the team entered the building, they found the boy hiding underneath a cardboard box and he pointed a homemade shotgun in their direction. The police opened fire and the minor fell. The police retrieved the weapon and the teen was taken to the Kingston Public Hospital for treatment and admitted in stable condition. After the scene was processed by both the JCF and the Independent Commission of Investigations, a 12-gauge cartridge was found along with a silver Taurus Magnum .357 revolver containing 3 live rounds and 2 empty casings. The arrest came about hours after cops shot and killed a man while another escaped Monday morning at the same location when they attempted to rob the store. The deceased has been identified as 23-year-old Shaquille Simpson, otherwise called Pee-wee, of Red Hills Road in Kingston. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.